縄県民の頭越しにですね、これはもう強硬的にやってきているというようなことでありますのでですね、これについてはもう絶対に、これはガティナラと。
なぜ反対してるの？全部やっぱり反対してれば自分が政治家になれるっていう部分なのか。
沖縄は絶えず物扱いされて、日本本土の国益の名において日本本土の利益をね達成するための手段にね物扱いされて手段に起用されてきて、
選挙の後援会長した人たちがどんどん上に行くわけでしょ。それとあったら真面目にこの候補者の政策聞いて投票した人は関係ないですよ。
戦後までの戦争を知らない人たちに戦争ってこういうものって正義ないですよ。とにかく絶対にね戦争をこれから起こしてはならないということを強く言いたいですね。
まず、海兵隊が沖縄に駐留する、一番の理由は何でしょうか。
What do you think of the main reason for the Marine to station in Okinawa?
The Marines on Okinawa provide a crisis response force for all of the Asia Pacific and provide operating forces for a crisis or a contingency that may take place in the region. The Marine Corps provides a deterrence to any aggressors that may be in the region and also provides assistance and aid in times of natural disasters.
先日のネパールの地震でも行かれましたよね。
Correct. So we had forces that were training in the Philippines, and when the Nepal earthquake happened, they immediately deployed from training to go out to Nepal to assist people. So that demonstrates the flexibility of the Marine Corps and our reach across the region to be in many different places, but come together quickly to assist those in need. In addition to that, we had aircraft out of Marine Corps Air Station Futenma, 4 Ospreys that deployed from Okinawa to help the folks in Nepal.
アメリカの海兵隊に期待するのは軍事的な抑止力の部分も大きいと思います。特に最近だと中国、そして北朝鮮、この問題への対応というのは、どの程度のものを考えているのか。
Marines train for any what we call contingency or military operations without a specific threat or nation or those sort of things in mind. And we do a lot of that with our partner nations, to include Thailand, the Philippines, Korea, and our JSDF partners on mainland. So there is no specific threat that we are designed or that we are exactly training for every day. It is more of an overall readiness to support our friends in the region and maintain our ability as the Marine Corps to be a first response for the U.S. military.
海兵隊の皆さんから見て沖縄の皆さんの選択とその安倍政権、日本の中央とずれていると、対立しているという状況についてはどのようにご覧になっているんでしょうか。
We understand that Japan, like America, is a free society and a democratic society, and of course when you have that really basic right and the privilege to be able to vote and to question things as we are able to do in Japan and in America, that's something we as the Marine Corps fully understand, and that's something we put our lives on the line to defend. Now, as far as domestic and internal issues between prefecture, whether it's Okinawa or any of the other prefectures or the main government, me as a U.S. military member, that's not my area to speak on. And as far as with Hanoko, it's a Government of Japan project. And for the Marine Corps, we will maintain our obligations under the Treaty of Mutual Cooperation and Security between our two countries. As the Marine Corps, we will continue that on Marine Corps Air Station Futenma until a suitable replacement facility is found. Whether that is Hanoko or a different location, we as the Marine Corps will go where our elected officials tell us to.
逆に日本側で県外、つまりその沖縄じゃないところに移設することが可能だという条件が整えば、海兵隊の皆さんは県外でもその軍事的な任務の能力を落とさないで済むのかどうか、県外でも任務は遂行可能なのかどうかというところを少しお伺いしたいんですが。
The Marine Corps will operate out of the facility that's provided for us. We will find a way to ensure that the crises or contingencies of the region are met with the appropriate response by our forces, however we need to do that. We understand our obligations under the Treaty of Mutual Cooperation and Security, and we'll do everything to fulfill those obligations no matter where we are located.
その地理的に、沖縄じゃないとダメなんだと言われる方も多いんですね。でもひょっとしたら九州とかでもそれほど能力は変わらないんじゃないかという声などもあって、で以前かつての防衛大臣なども、その軍事的な、その能力ではなくて政治的な問題なんだという話も出ていました。それを僕ら日本人ももう少しよく知りたいなと思っているところで、海兵隊の皆さんの活動が、例えば九州などでも可能なのかどうか、そのあたりをぜひ教えてください。
Again, for the Marine Corps, we're going to find a way wherever they decide to move the relocation facility, wherever that winds up, we will find a way to operate. It's important for the Marine Corps as the way our structure, our command structure, we have what's known as a Marine Air Ground Task Force. And so that generally has your infantry, your logistics, and your aviation co-located so that they can operate efficiently, and that's throughout the Marine Corps. And for 3rd Marine Expeditionary Force, which is the main operating force for the Asia Pacific, we have aircraft that are on Hawaii. We have aircraft on mainland Japan at Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni, and then we also have aircraft here at Marine Corps Air Station Futenma, as well as Camp Mujuk in Korea. There are no aircraft there, but we do have forces that are up there. So for 3MEF in the Asia Pacific, we are very spread out. We have different forces in different areas, and we are able to meet all of our obligations. We are able to pull resources rapidly. I mentioned going to Nepal. We had aircraft that were in the Philippines that were able to turn around and immediately get to Nepal for aid and disaster relief. So the Marine Corps is a very flexible organization, but it's important that we keep all of those core elements together, so if there is a crisis or contingency, they can work together as that Marine Air Ground Task Force. But for the Marine Corps, we will keep operating out of Marine Corps Air Station Futenma until that new replacement facility is operational and we can move all aircraft to there and begin operating out of there.
辺野古のね、反対運動の方々が一番言うのは、その綺麗な海を埋め立てないでほしいという声も聞かれますね。で、逆に言うと、ただその辺野古でなくてはいけない理由は何なのかというところについて、もう少し知りたいと思っています。
It's a government of Japan decision on where they'll be relocating Futenma. Until then, we'll continue to operate out of Marine Corps Air Station Futenma, as I mentioned, until that suitable replacement facility is operational.
実際に例えば沖縄県外に移した場合、その陸海空、共同のオペレーションができる可能な範囲というのはメインランドの日本だとどのあたりまでになるんですかね。
That's a hypothetical. I don't really. We haven't analyzed or looked at that because we haven't seen any other sites that have been proposed. So if at some point something were to change, then we would adjust accordingly. But for now, we're going to keep operating out of Futenma until that replacement facility is built for us. As I mentioned, for the Marine Corps, we're very flexible and we'll continue to operate as a Marine Air Ground Task Force to meet our obligations, not only with Japan, but with many of our other partner nations.
その本土の方でもう少し負担を分担できないかと。で、本土の方でももっとうちの自治体でも受け入れが可能だとか、そういった議論がされていけばいいなと思っているんですね。で、今沖縄にでも基地が集中している状況ということについてはどのような、利点があるのか、そして一方でリスクがあるのか、それについてのお考えを聞かせてほしいです。
The disposition of the bases, where they're laid out and all of that has been prearranged between the government of Japan and the government of the United States. So for the military, we don't necessarily have an opinion on, concentration here, there. Again, if we're directed, because we're here to serve under our elected officials, so if we're directed, to move to this new facility or to, take your forces and put them on Guam per se, or Hawaii, or those other locations, then that's what we'll do. And before we were to move to whether the Futenma replacement facility or to Guam, which is scheduled to take place, we need to make sure that the facilities are adequate to maintain operations so that it is a smooth transition from one to the other, so that we do not lose any capability to respond to those regional crises or contingencies.
じゃあ、総合的な計画をきちんと定めていけば、さまざまな選択肢を日本でもいろいろ検討することは、不可能ではないということなんでしょうね。実際に今日本国内では安全保障の法律なども議論されている最中なんですけど、やはりフィリピンそしてベトナムでは中国軍の活動が活発になっていますね。海兵隊はこの今中国の脅威の高まりについてはどのように感じてますか？
For the Marine Corps, we prepare for crises and contingencies in the region without necessarily a focus on any one nation or the political actions or the movements of other nations. So every year we have our set number of exercises we go to with other partners that are planned well in advance and are generally not in response to anything political in the region, but more of partnering with those nations. And again, the planning for those takes a lot of time. So people will sometimes see them as responses to current situations when in fact they are not. They are things that have been happening for 30 years, for say in the Philippines in particular. We've been doing exercise with them for the past 30 years. So obviously things have changed over that time period. But we remain committed to the Philippines and continuing that partnership.
一方でそういった意味で言うとそのメディアの伝え方、特に沖縄のメディアはもう反対、一色だと思うんですが、そういったメディアの情報については違和感のようなものは感じていらっしゃいますか？
For me, as a public relations officer and as a Marine, I have an obligation to the American people and to our host nation to provide as much information to as many people as possible. We invite media to many events, whether they oppose or are very friendly. I am always open to speak to whoever would like me to speak to them. What they do with the information, that's up to them for what they decide for that information. So for me, I don't try to look at a media outlet as positive or negative. I just see them as a media outlet and another way to communicate what the Marine Corps is doing.
日本政府の辺野古は唯一の選択肢だという発言についてはアグリーですよか？
I will go, as the U.S. military, wherever the government of Japan and the U.S. government decide is best, that's where we will operate from.